Alright, welcome back to another best of two in the Beyond All Reason Farmman 1v1 League. This time it's going to be between Salam Ad, I'll check his name later, against Perseusz Z. And they're going to be playing on two maps of Avalanche 3.4 and Ravaged Remake. And first map we're going to look at is going to be Ravaged Remake, which is Salam ad-Din's map pick. And already, this is a beautiful map. We can see the two players are starting in the corner, and let's start the game. Right, Salam ad-Din is going to, I'll just call him Salam from now on. Salam is going to start with Wind. Wind is pretty good on this map. And he's going with Cortex, gonna intend to go for bots, while Perseusz Z is Armada and going to open with bots as well, starting with two solar collectors. And let's look at the map. Let's look at this map. So this map, there's these two metal extractors. No, these four metal extractors are pretty easily defensible with this choke point. And then there is this area, which is, I'm not sure what it is. I mean, there's a few choke points. There's a few entrances. 1, 2, 3, and kind of four entrances here. I'm not sure if this area is traversable by bots as well. Yeah, so this part is somewhat okay to defend. And then beyond that, everything is pretty open, although there are kind of corridors, not like something like Comet Catcher, where there's pretty much no corridors at all. It's just all open ground. Okay, we see a Rascal opening up from Salam, getting the first vision on the opposite side of the map, and the tick coming from Perseusz, going around the sides of the map to scout the opponent. Let's see if any of them get anything done here. Looks like there is a radar here to spot the Rascal, and here he does not get anything done with this light laser tower on the peripheral, on the border of this choke point. Like I was saying, you basically can't get up here. This one light laser tower is covering the entire choke point here. Right, and now we have quite a lot of ticks here. Quite a lot of ticks, even though energy is quite expensive on this map. I'm surprised that Perseusz Z is going for 4 solar collectors. Armada does have the slightly cheaper wind turbines, and so usually you go for wind. But here he's going for more solar extractors. Not too huge of a difference, but slightly less efficient, I think. Wait, I was completely wrong. Of course, just now we saw the Rascal already, which means that he's not going for bot lab. Salam is going for the vehicles, opening with a few incisors after one construction vehicle. Of course, the construction vehicles are really tanky. Look at that. This is 1430 HP on the construction vehicle. That's so tanky. Very difficult to take it down, especially not with a tick. And he's also defending his area quite safely with light laser towers. One light laser tower here. Very nice. Ticks providing vision for Perseusz. But it looks like Salam is the first one to get expanding outside of the original 4 mexes. Yep, Perseusz is now going to move out and take his mexes down here as well in this secondary area, this natural expansion you could call it. And he's continuing to build more solars. He doesn't like the wind, even though the wind speed is already pretty good for wind. Okay, and Salam is going to further accelerate his expansion with his commander. Oops, here we see some little light scuffle. I think I heard a D gun, not sure whether it caught an incisor, but overall not too much came out of that from either side. I think he might have lost one incisor and got one of them damaged. Not too much, not too big of a deal. He might have taken down one of the mexes, but also not big of a deal. Because I mean, mexes are cheap to build and they are fast to build. So unless there is no constructor nearby, taking down mexes actually isn't that gigantic. And on those very big maps, taking down mexes is definitely very big because it's so hard to get constructors near all of the mexes. Right, and interestingly now Perseusz is going to do a wall, very rarely seen. Dragon's Teeth, quite rarely seen. He's going to do a tight wall in a straight line shape to cut off these two entrances to this natural expansion. I'm not sure what I think about this. For one thing, you can actually space out these Dragon's Teeth by one space, and it will still block grunts. So I think it should also block incisors as well. So you don't actually need to have them to be completely tight like this. Anyway, we're going to see another scuffle here. Actually, not going to be a scuffle, it's just completely one-sided with the incisors shooting down some of the ticks. Ticks still getting some information. Another tick here, again going to provide some vision for Perseusz Z, so he's not completely in the dark. Oh well, we see Dragon's Teeth on this side as well to cut off this entrance to the natural expansion. Salam is definitely in the lead when it comes to income, 20 metal income to 15. So, and yeah, he's basically got this expansion here, this clump of 3 mexes here. Also very conservatively guarded with 1 light laser tower per mex here. And he's gonna go in quite aggressive. I'm not sure about what I think about this as well. He lost 2 incisors and he's taken down half-life of the Armada Commander. So you can think of it, it's really quite a bad trade, right? Because you're just taking down some health of the commander and he can heal over time. Whereas you lost 3 incisors. Of course he still managed to get the ticks, but the ticks were kind of suicided as well. We are going to see 4 Centurions going to take down this side of Salam's base, and even though right now we see that and this constructor is going to go down as well because he was traveling uphill and vehicles travel much slower uphill. 4 Centurions actually is quite a tanky force, and it's definitely going to take down this light laser tower quite easily. Also, I don't think these incisors have any chance. They have no chance, but the light laser tower is going to provide some deterrence here. And a brute is going to come in to help shoo these Centurions away. Alright. The loss of the construction vehicle was quite a big blow for Salam, because I believe he only had 1 construction vehicle. Yeah, one at least, only 1 outside of his base. There's 2 more in his base building wind farms, wind turbines, and 1 is helping construction of the factory. And so sorry, here there's a scuffle. Let me turn down the volume a little bit. A scuffle here. With maces chasing down Salam's commander, and actually the maces are about the same speed as the commander, so I think he's gonna die. Oh my goodness, that was an abrupt end to this 1v1. Looks like again the commander was caught out of position. He came forward to expand, and then looks like he got caught out of position without enough support from his other units, and the maces with some Centurions were enough to slowly chase him down. Okay, that's game 1. Again we see the supreme importance of the positioning of the commander in game 1. See you in game 2. Alright, this is game 2 between Salam and Perseusz Z. And this Avalanche, this map called Avalanche, is Perseusz's map pick. It's his home map. So let's see whether he does. He has any special strategies on this map. He won the first map, so it's now Perseusz 1, Salam 0. And let me lower the volume a little bit again. Right, and yeah, let's see this game, how it's gonna turn out this time. This is another quite interesting map. There are basically 3 corridors. There's one main direct corridor here from your base to their base. There's the upper side, which is quite narrow and doesn't have much interesting stuff going on. Only one, basically 2 maxes here, up here. And then there's this large bottom side, which has like 6 maxes here. And also 2 geothermal spots. So yeah, it's quite an interesting map, basically 3 corridors of different sizes. Let's see, Perseusz gonna start off again with bots, same as last game. On Armada bots against Cortex vehicles. Again, this is kind of somewhat unusual. I think it's quite more common for, I'm not too sure, but I think it's more common for Cortex to open bots with the strength of grunts and thugs. And then there's a natural transition over to tier 2 bot lab. While Armada actually often likes to open with vehicles more often, with the blitzers and their bulls in tier 2. Although it's also common that they start with one and then they side grade to the other. Because the bot lab has really important stuff like the Lazaruses and the Grave Robbers to resurrect all the wrecks and reclaim wrecks while moving really fast. Again, Perseusz is going to start with ticks to get vision on the map, same as last game. 3 ticks over here, 1 tick over here, 2 ticks over here to get vision. I really like that. It takes a lot of macro to be able to control and have awareness of all of these ticks, different ticks at the same time while macroing in your base. Right, so there's this radar tower here. He's lost 2 of the ticks already, but he still has 1 more. He's getting a good idea of what's going on. He can actually, I think he can pick off this max as well. In fact, here there's a trick, right, where if you manage to stand in this exact spot, even though the guard tower can reach you, the max is actually, the metal extractor is actually in the way, so the guard tower won't shoot, and then you can just take down the metal extractor for free if you are standing in this spot over here. But that didn't happen. There is a construction vehicle out now for Salam. And again, he's going wind, while Perseusz is still going for solars, but he's going wind as well. He's going wind as well. He's got 2 constructors. 1 constructor going for the reclaim on the trees for some additional energy income, but Salam already has better energy income with proper energy income with the wind farm, 6 wind turbines against 1. And he's still continuing to build solar collectors. I don't think it's the right choice. The wind speed is quite high on this map, so he should probably think about going for wind turbines, especially as Armada. Alright, again we see conservative expansion with light laser tower protecting the max, even making the laser tower before the metal extractor. Very conservative. We have 1 brute, 1 incisor. Salam likes some conservative expansion, and he's going to expand in the bottom side at the same time with his commander. But again, let's hope he's very careful this time. He was caught out of position last game, and here he's going to use his commander to reclaim the trees, which gives him a lot of energy very quickly. I think he's using the energy to produce another brute. Anything else? He's actually maxed out on energy already. Yeah, he doesn't need to reclaim more. Rascal getting some vision, but the tick's actually denying scouting from Salam. Perseusz himself is also going to expand, but he's quite a bit slower than Salam's expansion. 2 mesas here on the front line, and 2 ticks to gain vision at the top side. Yeah. Oh, Salam didn't choose to make like a light. I thought he would have made a light laser tower here and then built this max, but looks like he's just going to play even more conservatively. He's gonna go backwards and make a light laser tower here to cover some of this area. So this one's quite good. I guess you'll cover like this entire kind of area, kind of like a choke point as well. Playing quite safe, and now both players have quite even energy and metal income. So we're gonna see what they're gonna do next. We're gonna have one vehicle constructor making wind farms, making wind turbines, and this side there's no wind turbines on the way here. He's again doing this Dragon's Teeth strategy to wall off this area. Yeah, I'm not too huge of a fan of this actually, because I mean if you're walling off of this area, that means you're not intending to push this area either, and that's giving this entire area to Salam actually, which I don't think is so great. But I guess he's still leaving this small choke here unblocked. We'll see what's his expansion plans for the southern corridor. Perseusz. Where is he expanding next? He is continuing to build another wall up top. So he wants to deny these avenues of attack. Yep, like a sentry tower here over the Dragon's Teeth is pretty okay against brutes, pounders, and the incisors. I think sometimes they will actually shoot into the Dragon's Teeth. Yep, oh nice, get a free incisor over here. There's a brute. We can see whether the brute is gonna shoot into the Dragon's Teeth or shoot directly and hit directly the sentry tower or not. No, he's going to retreat wisely. Again, usually you shouldn't engage the commander unless you think you can kill him. Unless you're pretty sure you can kill him, because if not, you're just going to take losses, right? Which the commander can heal up. So again, we're going to see more, again, faster expansion from Salam ad-Din, using the exploiter, even more stability in his expansion, and he's slowly approaching the middle of the map. Would be great if he can take this metal extractor as well. And actually he has quite a significant army. I'm not sure why his army seems so much bigger than okay, it's not that much bigger because there are some mesas here. There's 2 centurions here, just that they're kind of scattered all over the place. There's a centurion at the kind of the back here, whereas this army is more together. But they are retreating. He's playing quite conservative again. Another radar tower here to make sure he knows what's going on at the southern corridor. Oh no, this constructor here is walking into the ticks. But again, the constructor vehicle is so tanky. I'm not even sure even if these... no, they are going to be able to take down the constructor. A big win. Quite a big win for Perseusz. Constructors are expensive, so yeah. Expensive in both metal and also build time and energy cost. And also like the cost to get another constructor to the same place here, you need some travel time as well. It's quite a big loss. But right now we see a mix of Wolverines, artillery, lashers, Rascal, Pounder, the riot tank, and the rest of the army is brutes. It's a good mix of units. One of the good things about lashers is that they have high line of sight, high vision range, 620. Lets him see quite far to decide whether to engage and when to pull back. But he does not go ahead to push this area. He does not think that he can get a big advantage over there. He tries to rush in with his rascal to see what's going on. He does reach here. Let's see whether he... Yeah, he did get to see some... He get to see this, which is not too much. He does see there's a lot of abnormal amounts of solar collectors. Perseusz does like his solar collectors. We see more ticks getting produced, surprisingly. As the battlefield gets more populated with actual fighting units, it's common that ticks get less powerful because there's less space for them to run around. But he's continuing to produce these ticks, and then there's 5 maces here in the corner. They're kind of trapped and they're going to go down without much in exchange. Only 1 tank? Are they going to take down 1 brute? While all these 5 going to go down. He thinks that because the enemy's army is at the southern side, he's going to try and push the middle. But okay, these 2 light towers going down quite quickly. The pounder doing some pretty good work, making him take some damage as well, making Perseusz take some damage as well. He's going to take down this constructor as well, which is not bad, but he is not going to break through in a very meaningful way. I think by the time he breaks through this, the reinforcements from the southern side will be there, and what we just see here is a pile of wreckage. And the important thing is who's going to be able to reclaim this wreckage. In fact, if we look at the economy right now, I think Perseusz is not doing a very good job spending his money. He has 1,200 in the bank. He's not looking like he's going to tech as well. And he doesn't have much build power. That's the main reason, I think. I mean, he's okay. 2 construction bots are supporting his factory, but I think he needs a bit more than that to be able to spend his metal right now. He's a bit too much metal. I mean, he has a lot too much metal. He should be spending this to get a stronger army. Let's see whether Salam is going to bring either a construction vehicle to the front to reclaim this metal, or to get his commander to reclaim all this metal on the field. There's going to be a tick run by. Yep, this is what I was talking about. You can have your Dragon's Teeth 1 space wide, and this will block like grunts and anything bigger than grunts, but it doesn't block ticks. So the bunch of ticks are going to come over here and not find a lot of damage. Not much damage at all. I think they took down 1 wind turbine and that's pretty much it. Not fantastic over here. Although it looked like it was creating some chaos, but not too much was actually done here. And definitely Salam is reclaiming the metal in the middle and also expanding at the bottom. I think Salam has a good advantage in this game. I thought he had a good advantage in the last game as well, but his positioning on the commander wasn't so good. This game, his commander looks safer behind this wall of tanks, and his army is significantly bigger than Perseusz's army. Vehicles against bots. Neither side is going to tier 2. Yeah, but this is definitely a much stronger army. There's a lot of tanks. So generally what you want to do here is to, I think, spread out the tanks in a line. You draw your battle lines. Or you can also try to poke in one area to break through the enemy line. Oh, he's going for, yeah. He's going to run by in and out to get some pot shots. That was definitely a good trade for Salam, taking down some, I think two maces without losing anything. Quite a good trade. He's continuing to reclaim the oh no, he's making a construction turret here to reclaim the rest of this metal. That is definitely something you can do. Construction turret it's quite a good choice actually. It's not only going to reclaim the metal on the battlefield, but it's also going to repair his tanks, his damaged tanks. Perseusz has his commander on a solo mission. So we might see the opposite happening this game. We might see Salam rushing down the commander. In fact, he's going to rush into the enemy base, seeing the commander out of position. Perseusz does take down the construction vehicle of Salam, but all these brutes are going in. He's forming his formation lines, his battle lines, and pushing through. And I think this is definitely going to break through quite convincingly. There's a overwhelming number of tanks here. Yep. Overwhelming number of tanks, and I think everything is just going to go down. All the infrastructure and the factory, and we're probably going to see GG. Yep. Better economy management from Salam, from the wind turbines, into spending his money better, into more expansion on the lower area, allowed him to get a bigger army and just run Perseusz over from the front line. So this best of 2 ends up as a 1-1. Nice games from both. This is Group D, and I'll be casting more games from the other groups as well. Thanks for watching, and bye.